Hello and welcome to video number 30. This video is on estimating. Keywords are estimating and approximations. Now estimating is when you are making an answer less accurate. Alright, it is something that you do to make your life easier. Alright, estimating is an approximation. Now approximations are estimates. Alright, it means pretty much the same thing. It's something that is close in value to the actual answer. Right, now the method I've written says to estimate an answer you need to round the numbers in the calculation to one significant figure, 1 SF. If you don't know what that is, significant figures, then you're going to have to look at the rounding to significant figures video. You may need to state whether your estimate is an overestimate or an underestimate. Sometimes they ask you to do that in questions. And if you round the numbers up, you will be an overestimate. And if you round the numbers down, you'll be an underestimate. And you can use wobbly equal symbol to represent the words approximately equal to. Useful information. Okay. Now, in question 1, we've got to estimate the answer to 2.54 multiplied by 37.587. Right, you could work this out, and lots of people try to. Alright, and it takes ages, but you don't have to take ages doing this. Round to one significant figure. So let's chop that number off there. 2.54. The 5, ignore the 4. The 5 rounds the 2 up to a 3. And then everything else becomes 0, so 3.00 is the number 3. We're going to multiply that by, and then this number to one significant figure, chop it off there, the 7 rounds the 3 up to a 4, that becomes a 0, the 7 becomes 0, 0.000, so you got 3 times 40. Alright, and 3 times 40 is 120. There is our estimate. Now, we have to state if our answer is an over or an underestimate. Well, both of those numbers were rounded up from the original numbers, therefore it is an over estimate. Okay, I'm hoping that makes sense to you. I'm tired, I'm sorry. Right, question number 2. Estimate the answer to this particular awkward looking calculation. Again, we don't have to worry about trying to do this all without a calculator. It would take ages. So 3.7, let's round that. That's going to be the number 4. Okay, that's going to be multiplied by 5.4, which would turn into 5. So that in the brackets would be 20. Alright, plus, and this number here would just become 10. So 20 plus 10 is the calculation that we've got. I'll write it out here, 20 plus 10. Over the square root of 103. Well, that's quite close, isn't it, to the square root of 100, round to one significant figure. 100. So square root of 100 is 10. Okay, and 20 plus 10 is 30 over 10, and 30 over 10 is 3. Alright, now how much easier is that? That looks just lovely now, doesn't it? Compared to what it did look like. Okay, so our answer is 3. This is approximately equal to 3. Alright, use the wobbly equal symbol. This first one was approximately equal to the 120 that we worked out. Now, if I move myself over to the other side of the screen, I'll look like I'm facing the wrong way. But question number 3, I'll make an effort to look over here. Quincy has a cake making business. Last year he spent £976.89 on baking powder. Each bag of baking powder cost £1.97. Awkward numbers, aren't they? Now, I don't know if this actually would work out to be true. That would be, I haven't actually checked that. It probably doesn't. So, each bag will make exactly 10 cakes. Estimate the number of cakes he made last year. So, what we are going to do is round. It says estimate, right? When you see this word estimate, unless it's estimating the mean, right? When you're estimating, you're rounding to one significant figure. So let's round this number that we've got in our calculation to one significant figure. That 9 is in between the 9 and 7. That's our first significant figure. The 9 is. 7 is the second. 7 rounds that 9 up to a 0, a 1, 0, a 10. Alright, so we've got that number is 1,000. So I'm going to write this down. 976.89 is approximately equal to 1,000. Okay, £1,000. And the £1.97 is approximately equal to, 1.97 is approximately equal to, and if we round that to one significant figure, that will be 2. Okay, so that makes our calculation an awful lot easier. Alright, now if he's spent that much on each bag and he spent that much in total, if we do 1,000 divided by 2, we get 500. Okay, so he's bought 500 bags of sugar, approximately 500 bags of sugar. No, not sugar. It's not even sugar. It's baking powder. I told you I was tired. Now, 1,000 divided by 2, 500. Each bag will make exactly 10 cakes. Okay, so if he's bought 500 bags, 500, 10 cakes, 500 times 10, 500 multiplied by 10 is, I've forgotten the answer. I'm sorry. 500 multiplied by 10 is 5,000. Right, take it seriously. 5,000, there we go. Estimate the number of cakes he made last year. I've done it. 5,000 cakes. Okay, approximately 5,000 cakes because it's not exact, is it? All right, and that's all we had to do in that question. So I've made a little bit of a hash of it, trying to explain it to you, but I'm hoping it makes sense to you. Ignore the nonsense bits where I'm struggling to talk. This is one of those bits. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to bed. Night night.